Dak can throw it here on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Johnny Newton in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And he is out of bounds. That's a couple of yards short of the marker, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, I'd be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
A 7-yard gain. And the Cowboys first down.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. And he's going to be swallowed up. Taken down. Sacked back at the 5.
Dak Prescott sacked. The tackle made by Dorrance Armstrong.
2nd and goal. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. And that's over everybody out of the back of the end zone. It is incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. And you think back earlier, remember, Mike, he threw that pick 6 in a very similar situation. So this time around, much better decision, doesn't take any chances, smart move to just throw that one away. And at this point, they need all the points they can get. So kudos to them coming away with 3 before the half. And I think they're going to need an overall better performance offensively going forward if they plan on pulling off this second half comeback.
This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
On the ready. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Go! Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take, half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
So, halftime straight ahead, and we go down to Scott. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter.
Jake Moody to kick off.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. The Cowboys offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. On play action, here's Dak. Moving to his right. He's going to tuck it and go.
initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
From the 41, here's second down and 4. Dak to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Deron Payne getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's third down. Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A big connection from Dak to CD. 31 yards.
First and 10 at the 34.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's now second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On second down, it's Dak. Quick throw on target to Pickens. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack. That might take them out of field goal range. For the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This officially a 58-yard attempt. And that is no good. He missed it. And this stays a 2-score game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders' offense heading out for their next possession. The cushion is 9 as they begin this drive with first and 10.
Ready up!
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early.
Automatic first down.
Let's go now. Viking 18. Ready?
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. First catch of the ball game for Deebo. That's a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready? Count.
On first and 10, here's Daniels. That is brought in at the 10. And he will score again. Terry McLaurin, touchdown Commanders. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His third touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
So now Daniels and the Commanders offense gonna go for two.
Washington will line up for the two-point conversion.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Forced out wide. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
This will be returned from the 6. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. Now Prescott. He runs with it.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. One of the best to ever do it, Von Miller. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And this is going to backfire in a big way. Going for it on their own side of midfield, but they turn it over on downs. The Commanders offense and Jayden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going.
Ready. Ready.
They'll run with Krosky Merritt. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
Krosky Merritt will take this one into the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that matters, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
On is Moody to add the extra point. And he missed it. It's no good. One of the few things that's gone wrong so far. So they're unable to add one more point onto this big lead.
Jake Moody to kick off.
So following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. They'll return this from the 10. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Cowboys offense headed back to take over once more. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here. Need to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. Prescott now. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Second down, Prescott. He'll step up and run.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Third down and 9.
Yeah, here we go. I kept going.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Third and 9. Throwing is Prescott. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Gonna give the ball over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Come on, go.
Daniels now on 1st down. Right side, catch made by McCoy. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, Mike, sometimes we try to make NFL football a lot harder than it is. When you have a reliable target like this, and he just continues to get open, and you realize the defense simply can't cover him, there's no reason to look anywhere else. Not only has he put together a tremendous game statistically, but he's just been flat-out dominant.
He's got it at about the 8. And he'll take it on in. Luke McCaffrey. Touchdown, Washington. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Moody now for the extra point. And do you believe this? Yeah, there's cause for concern over there. That is a 4th missed extra point in this game.
Jake Moody to kick off.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Avante Turpin on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Pistol now for Prescott. That's out wide to Williams. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On second down, a run with Williams. Through up the sideline at the 45. And it'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. A gain there of 21. First down, Cowboys.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Cowboys.
They'll go again here with Williams. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Second and 10.
Second and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Back to throw is Prescott. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Line in.
To throw is Dak. That's down the field for Lamb. He's got it! And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. A big connection from Dak to CD. 38 yards. From the 1-yard line. First down and goal.
Yeah! Here we go. Line in.
Williams? No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Back up to the 3. It's second and goal. Shotgun snap for Prescott. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders offense heading out for their next possession. Well, the goal here is to run some time off the clock. The game is well in hand as they get back on offense for first and 10.
Let's go.
Daniels with a give to Krowski-Merritt. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
Over show. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the Cowboys' 44-yard line.
Tag. 70 Lions.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this.
Got it.
They'll
Ready?
come up on a second down and 8.
Ready, ready. Cowboy 80.
To throw is Daniels. Forced out left. Taking off. And he'll be out of bounds. Down at the 20.
I can tell you from firsthand, Mike, seeing it unfold, runs like this demoralize any defense. I mean, he's been doing it pretty much since the beginning of the game, and they have yet to find an answer for keeping him under wraps. He has run wild from that quarterback position.
First and 10.
Ready? Check up.
Daniels now going to look to throw. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I'll tell you one thing, Mike, this pass rush certainly isn't the reason why they're losing this game right now. I mean, they have made their presence felt all throughout this game, and they're about a half second away from adding another sack to their total.
Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
First down.
About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's first and goal.
Let's go now. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Automatic first down.
So that pass interference in the end zone puts the pressure on the defense. It is first and goal from the 1. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Ready?
They'll look to run with Eckler. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Commanders.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
So now Daniels and the Commanders offense gonna go for 2.
Here we go. Here we go.
Line up for the 2-point conversion.
Throwing now, Daniels. That's gonna wind up incomplete. They try for 2, and it does not pan out.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a first and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Second down and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Lawrence Armstrong in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's third down. On the option, here's Williams. And they'll only get a couple on this one, so the defense holds, and it brings up fourth down.
A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down. Brian Anger in confirmation for the Cowboys.
And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win here for the Commanders. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Commanders are winners, as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.